Hello class, this is Ms. Clark and this is the introduction to the teacher-assigned reading activity option for Atmosphere and Climate Lesson 2. What you see on the slide is a picture of how I want you to set up your work area. I've already done this and I've split my screen into two parts. On one side, I have the Moodle quiz already open. On the second side, I have the video that you're currently watching. Also, I want you to have out a piece of notebook paper and a pen or pencil. You will have to record your score and write a few brief summaries at the end of this video. Right now, in the upper right-hand corner of your paper, I'd like you to write your name and your science class period. As you go along with this video, I will be asking you to complete a variety of tasks along with the Moodle quiz, so make sure you don't just stop once you've finished the Moodle quiz. This activity option will guide you through the Moodle quiz with the help of textbook pages and several diagrams. You may need to pause the video at this time to set up your lab station. Once you're all set up, please press play and start the activity. The first segment of this activity option is meant for you to analyze a series of textbook pages located on the right-hand side of the video. This page will help you answer Moodle questions 1, 2, and 3. I'd like you to identify the title and first heading of this page. This corresponds to Moodle question 1. Moodle question 2 is asking you to identify all of the words located in the vocabulary list. The last question corresponding to this page asks you to identify a bullet point located in the What You Will Learn section. This will be the answer for Moodle question 3. Again, you will be answering Moodle questions 1, 2, and 3 using this textbook page. Please leave the video up and use it to answer the questions. Remember, you can always zoom in on the actual textbook page if the text is too small to read. Please pause the video until you finish answering the first 3 questions. Once you have finished this, please press play and continue on to the next group of questions. Now we're at the second textbook page you should be looking over. This page will help you answer Moodle questions 4, 5, and 6. Notice that on this particular textbook page there's a rather large diagram on the bottom, so it looks a little bit different from the last page. You're going to need to use this information on the page to answer Moodle questions 4, 5, and 6 as previously mentioned. These 3 questions are going to focus on mountain climates, elevation, and the figure on the bottom of the page. You shouldn't need any other information other than this page to answer all 3 of the Moodle questions. You should press pause on the video while you search out your answers. Remember, keep this video up so you can see the textbook page. Please answer the 3 questions on the Moodle quiz, and once you're done with that, press play and continue to the next segment. We've now reached the end of part 1 of the Moodle quiz. Here's the final page to part 1, including a section review. This page will help you answer Moodle questions 7, 8, and 9. Question 7 deals with deserts, question 8 deals with something on the section review, and question 9 is also dealing with the section review. And notice question 9 might deal with some summary point. There's a hint with the number. To answer this question, please pause the video and go to the Moodle quiz and answer questions 7, 8, and 9. Once you've answered those questions, you may press play and continue on to part 2 of the Moodle quiz. Alright, we've reached part 2 of the Moodle quiz questions. You'll now be looking at a total of 4 textbook pages. The first page will have 3 Moodle questions, the second will have 2, the third will again have 3, and the fourth page will also have 3 questions for a total of 11 Moodle questions. For this section, you'll be looking at a blacked out word on a textbook page. What you're going to have to do is to answer some multiple choice questions on Moodle and identify the word that best fits each blacked out space. Alright students, we've come to the first page on part 2 of the Moodle quiz. So this is your textbook page. From this page, we'll be addressing Moodle questions 10, 11, and 12. So as you can see, there are 3 blacked out spaces on the textbook page. Question 10 correlates with this blank, question 11 correlates with this blacked out area, and question 12 correlates with this area. For question 12, it may be helpful to look at figure 3 to help you answer the question. When you're answering these questions, you're looking for the word that best fits the blank. Make sure you read around the word to try and find context clues to help you answer the question. At this point, please pause the video and keep the video up to help you answer the questions. Once you've answered questions 10, 11, and 12, please press play and continue on to the second page of part 2. Now we've made it to page 2 of part 2 of the Moodle quiz. Again, we will be addressing 2 Moodle quiz questions, which are questions 13 and 14. Question 13 deals with this blacked out word, and question 14 deals with this blacked out word. Again, it may be helpful to look at the diagrams located on the top and bottom of the page in order to answer your questions. Remember to read around the word to get context clues in an attempt to answer the questions. As a reminder, you're looking for the best fit word for each of the blacked out spaces. Please pause the video and answer the 2 Moodle questions. Once you're done with that, please press play and continue to the next set of Moodle questions. Here we have page 3. On this page, we'll be answering Moodle questions 15, 16, and 17. This blank correlates to Moodle question 15, this one to 16, and this one, including the diagram, correlates to Moodle question 17. Remember to look for the best fit word to fit in each blacked out space. Please pause the video, answer the Moodle questions, and continue on to the last page for your final 3 Moodle quiz questions. And now we've made it finally to page 4. Don't worry guys, you're in the home stretch. From this page, we'll be answering Moodle questions 18, 19, and 20. This blacked out word is for question 18, this one for question 19, and this last one with the figure of the VW Beetle will go with question 20. So again, you're looking for the best fit word for each blacked out area. At this time, you may pause the video and answer the 3 questions. Once you're done with that, please record your score after you click Submit All and Finish. On the top left-hand side of your paper, please record your score out of 20. I want your score as in an example of 16 out of 20 instead of the percentage, please. You've now completed part 1 and part 2 of this activity option. You should have also completed the Moodle quiz at this time. On your sheet of paper, you should record your Moodle quiz score in the upper left-hand corner. Please remember to write your score out of 20. Now we've come to part 3 of this activity option. You will be creating a small concept map and completing 2 summaries, one for each section that we've covered today. There will be a focus on key terms which you can find on the back of your framework sheet. I will also be telling you which terms you may want to include in your summaries. If you need to set up your station now, please pause the video and get your piece of paper and pen or pencil ready. The first part of part 3 of this activity option is to have a group discussion on Chapter 3, Sections 1 and 4. You'll be having a discussion with your partner about climate versus weather, and you'll be creating a concept map about climate with the vocabulary words provided below. The first set of vocabulary words include poles, equator, tilt, eccentricity, and precession. The second set of vocabulary words include mountain, wet side, dry side, rain shadow, and desert. The pages you can look for more information include pages 74 through 80 and pages 92 through 97. This is section 1 and section 4. On the next slide, you will see an idea of a concept map that you could use. Please pause the video if you want to get started. Here is a possible concept map construction of what you could use. Notice that the big word in the center is climate, and then there are 3 points that stem off from that with description words. Then you may fill in each bubble as you go along, but remember to also include descripting words of how one word is linked to the next. Please pause the video while you fill in this on your sheet of paper. Now that you've finished your concept map for this chapter, I'd like you to complete the first summary, which is on section 1, What is Climate? The goal of this summary is for you to summarize this section with your main focus on weather and climate and their relation to other key terms and concepts. So overall, I want a summary of this section. For the summary, I'd like it to be 3 to 5 sentences long. That means it's a minimum of 3. So there are 38 key vocabulary terms located on the back of your framework sheet. I will list a few of them for you now. Seasons, axial tilt, latitude, equator, poles, prevailing wind, weather, climate, surface currents, desert, lake effect, mountain, elevation, rain shadow, and desert. You do not have to include all 38 terms in your summary, but please pick a few key vocabulary to include in your 3 to 5 sentence summary. The pages that would help you with this summary include pages 74 through 80. At this time, please pause the video while you complete your summary. Okay, class, we've come to the final component of this activity option. This is the summary of Section 4, Changes in Climate. The goal of this is to summarize climate changes, including some causes, and discuss how the greenhouse effect and global warming are related. For this component, there are 11 words that you can find on the back of your framework sheet. Those vocabulary words include sun's cycle, sunspots, asteroid, debris, ice age, plate tectonics, interglacial period, glacial period, eccentricity, tilt, and precession. You should recognize some of those words from the concept map you created already. To help you with the summary, please look at pages 92 through 97 for more information. At this point, you should pause your video and write your final summary. Once you're done with that, please press play and look at the rubric which is the final section. Here is the evaluation rubric we will be using to grade this activity option. There are 4 components we will be grading you on. Those include your Moodle quiz score, which you should have written in the top left-hand corner. That score is out of 20. The next thing you should have listed on your paper is the concept map. That concept map is worth 4 total points. Here's the description of the point values 1 through 4. The third thing you should have listed on your sheet would be summary number 1. That is out of a possible 3 points. Remember, that summary should be between 3 and 5 sentences long. The final component to this activity option is summary number 2, which is also worth 3 points. Again, that summary should be 3 to 5 sentences long. This entire activity option is out of 20 points. Please make sure you have done everything possible to get the most points possible. You have now completed all the components for this activity option. Please hand this activity option in to your teacher.